organizations communicate sincere caring for the individual. On an ongoing basis, they maximize the opportunity to bring success, joy, and fulfillment to individuals and dramatically improved performance to teams and organizations. The purpose of this book is to share with you these 3 leadership conversations: what they are, why they work, and how to develop the practical skills to create them. In doing this, we will share with you a practical tool, some simple conversation guides that can enable anyone to begin to conduct these conversations immediately. Leadership is a conversation. It's been said, marriage is just one long conversation, so make sure you marry someone you like talking to. In reality, all good relationships are really just a series of healthy conversations. The more meaningful, trusting, and open the conversation, the more rewarding the relationship. As leadership experts Robert J. Anderson and William A. Adams point out, leadership, too, is a conversation. Leaders spend most of their days in conversation, meetings, phone calls, emails, strategic communications. How you show up in these conversations determines your level of effectiveness. The quality of the leadership conversations determines collective effectiveness, which determines collective intelligence, which determines business performance. The quality of our conversation and our relationships correlates directly with the results we create. So if leadership really is one long conversation, and we're communicating all the time, it might be helpful to think about the nature of our conversation with those with whom we work. We might ask ourselves, is my conversation generous, honest, helpful, motivating, and encouraging people to better and more purposeful contribution? In other words, does it really communicate caring? Or is it rare, perfunctory, emotionally flat, and always focused only on the task at hand? Even worse, is it dreaded, down in the mouth, critical, and caustic? The following are excerpts from some typical workplace communication. Think about the implication of what is being communicated and think about the results. From your own experience, can you think of other recent examples where what was said communicated unintended but powerful messages? What was said? Well, if you understood the reasoning coming from the head office, you'd be on the executive committee. So let's just get it done, okay? What was communicated? Your ideas are not valued. You're not a person. You're just a part of the machine run by smarter and better people than you. What was said? It's just that there are good companies and bad companies. There's very little we can do about it. What was communicated? We are victims. There's nothing we can do to change our situation. What was said? The good people are leaving and the low performers are staying. What was communicated? This is a bad place to work. If you stay here, you're a low performer and don't really have any other choice. What was said? I hope you've got somebody to back up what you're saying or you're going to get hammered. What was communicated? Hide bad news. Personal survival demands it. We can't be open, honest, or transparent here. What was said? Those people in shipping just don't get it. They're operating in a vacuum. What was communicated? The problem is not with us. The problem is out there. They are the ones who should be blamed. What was said? The cuts are so deep that we don't even have the time or capability to do our own job. What was communicated? We can't possibly succeed, but it's not our fault. What was said? Did you hear that Marcy over in the operations group was just let go after 15 years? This organization seems to chew people up and spit them out. What was communicated? You need to fear for your job. Those who lead us are not loyal to us and by implication do not deserve our loyalty. What was said? After we worked so long on that project, corporate is not supporting it at all. They just don't understand what a great opportunity this is. What was communicated? We don't know or trust what we're expected to accomplish in our job. Upper management is incompetent and clueless. We're sunk. What was said? There's never enough time or resources to do the job right the first time, but there's plenty of time to go back and criticize everybody for not doing it right. What was communicated? We're at the mercy of unreasonable people who are either too dumb or too greedy to provide us with what we need. Think about your own communication. What do the words you speak to those you lead reveal about your mindset regarding your team, your organization, and your own role? And what is the result in your team or organization? As we work with people and organizations around the world,